Hello, everybody. I'm Kris and welcome to Grateful Gratitude. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we really appreciate you joining us this morning. I am alongside Mark Friedman, and from Grateful Gratitude, it is LoLo Roberts. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
We are amazing. Well, I are amazing.
I are as well.
Great. I want to talk today about beauty. As you guys know, I work a lot with single moms and victims of violent crime. And one of the seminar classes that I teach is what is beauty? Here on earth, beauty is something that's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Maybe it's a pretty face, or maybe it's cute clothes, maybe it's a new house that just is built beautifully, and but beauty in the Bible is totally different. It's got nothing to do with how we visually look. It's about the authentic and sincere love we have for ourselves and others. So I teach this class. Most of you are familiar with the gratitude heart, but there's a couple different ones that I actually use to teach this class. And the first one is this one. And if you can see, it's really rough. It's got a lot of cuts. It's not a real defined heart. And I talk about how this is a lot of times how we see ourselves. I see a rough edge on here, and that maybe is my extra weight I'm carrying. Or maybe I see this, this point at the bottom, and maybe that's just my bad vision. I've always been unhappy that I haven't had good vision all my life. So I'm actually looking at myself as this rock and not satisfied with myself. Yet God sees us as this heart. He sees us as smooth and perfect. And he sees that maybe this point was when you healed yourself of alcoholism. Or maybe this curve are the stretch marks that you show because you were a mother and you had a baby. So, I really like to kind of show those two hearts, and we gift those hearts to our single moms to remind them that no matter where you are right now, you're a work in progress, but God sees you as perfect.
Yeah, and LoLo, I think one of our hardest things that we have to do as Christians is kind of push back against culture. Culture has been so overtaken by Satan. It's one of his sharpest and most deceitful tools. We don't really even realize that it's him working. And culture has kind of redefined what beauty is and what it means to be beautiful, certainly away from what God intended. The way I look at it is, it says somewhere in the Bible, someone can tell me where it is. You can comment down below and tell me what actual verse this is, but it says somewhere that man looks upon the outward appearance, but God looks upon the heart. And I know it's kind of cliche to say that, but it's really on the inside that counts. And that's what God looks upon, your heart. And in our heart is where we find who are the people we love. What are the things we dedicate our time to? Because it's the things that we love where we really put aside our time. And I think that's really difficult. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that's hard to kind of look at a biblical definition of beauty versus what culture and what this world tells us that beauty is.
That's really in the Bible, Kris?
Somewhere.
No, seriously. Okay, because I was going to say, maybe
I think it is. I could be totally wrong. I think it's somewhere.
I'm not questioning your Bible knowledge, because I was going to say, this right here, not beautiful, okay? My face is not beautiful. This right here, I think is. And gosh, Lowell's probably getting very tired of hearing about this person. But my speech therapist, Alicia, when I was in the hospital, oh my gosh, she was beautiful. And when I say that, what I'm saying is, for the first three months I knew her, I never saw her face because she was wearing a mask. And she was the most beautiful person in the world. And had nothing to do with her outward beauty. Now it turns out she took that mask off and she was a knockout. But I mean, I fell in love with her beauty before I even knew what she looked like, because she has such a beautiful heart. And that's, I don't know if that happens as you get older, as you become more faithful, more religious, you learn more, but true beauty comes from within. And once again, this lady was beautiful before I even knew what she looked like, because of that beauty coming from within.
I think that is so true. And I know myself personally have met people and within a few minutes just thought, man, this is a beautiful person because they care. I can feel the love that they, it's not about them, it's about everyone else. And, I think that when you're truly in faith and you are working on spiritual maturity, you resonate a certain type of beauty. I work very hard because I used to, as Mark knows, I don't know if you know, Kris, I've really suffered with judging people. It's something in the last few years I've gotten much better, but I mean, I would instantly look at someone and kind of judge them. And I think that knowing how much more important love is than someone's physical appearance has helped so much in my life because of the people I work with. Would open me up for that judgment. And I feel so blessed that God, loves me enough to share his love. And so that's a huge hurdle I've had to overcome, is the beauty thing.
And you know what? It's the real beauty where we start to build relationships and when we really fall in love with people, right? My wife, Ashley, I know is the most beautiful woman on the face of this planet, but it was that physical attractiveness that drew me to her. But I really fell in love with who she was as a person and the beauty that she has on the inside. And I think that's why in relationships, even friendships, as people begin to grow old and you see that physical beauty begin to age and fall away as you continue to build up years, the reason that you can continue to fall in love with people more and more, even as they do age, is because of that inner beauty, that true beauty that you find inside somebody.
The last inspiration meeting that I had, I taught about love and biblical love, and I was fortunate that both you guys were there. But there was one love that just pragma love, the love that and someone mentioned that it stuck out in their mind that I had said it's more about standing in love than falling in love. And you think of the relationships that we have, whether it's with a spouse or whether it's with a family member or even a good friend, how you stand in that love, you walk through everything with them. You're not judging, and that is such a beautiful thing. You're kind of quiet, Mark.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree with what you said. There's not much to add to that.
I think too that when we go through things in our life that aren't the pretty times of our lives, when we're not the prettiest, help us to grow to be very beautiful. So I think I'm taking Frida at a loss for words over there. But, well, I just want to encourage people that it's not about what's on the outside. The eye of the beholder could actually be the heart of the beholder, and really look at someone in love with your heart instead of in the world with your eyes. So on that note, we hope to see you guys again soon with another topic and more words of wisdom. So take care.